legends start. In-depth words cutting deep as cleats. Every play analyzed heartbeat by beat. Interviews, raw stories unfold. Behind the curtain, the secrets told. The Golden Broom Podcast, sweeping the game from the 50-yard line to the Hall of Fame. Breaking it down, tearing it apart. The Golden Broom Podcast, where legends start.
Welcome into the Golden Broom Podcast. I am your host, Cody Slavinsky, joined as always by Mr. Vandy Chris, a.k.a. Mr. 2-0, a.k.a. heading to Columbia to kick some ass and take some names. Vandy Chris, how you feeling this week?
To be honest, I like our chances. I really do.
I do too.
However, let me be clear. I cannot predict a win for Vanderbilt because
Sure.
South Carolina's beat us 16 straight times. We need to get the monkey off our back.
That is fair. I think that's very fair. When I've looked at the games this year so far, obviously you have a common opponent. That's nice, where you can actually compare your styles. I feel like South Carolina is due to break out. I don't know when that's going to be. I don't know if that's going to be Saturday. I don't know if that's going to be ever, because the offense has been very lackluster, to say the least. Struggled mightily with South Carolina State over the weekend. If it wasn't for their special teams, it would have been in a dogfight. It was weird. But Vanderbilt, on the other hand, they go into halftime, and when they came out, they were like, "You're not stopping us." Which, I mean, they were playing fine in the first half, but that second half was absolute offensive dominance, and defense was fantastic as well. But that offense, my God.
One offensive first down in the second half given up.
Exactly.
They only had two in the second half. One was by penalty, one was by offense, and that came with less than 2 minutes left in the game.
Yeah. And when I was looking at, like, when I was watching it, and then I went back and just kind of so the way that I watch football is I watch the game, and then I like to go to ESPN and look at the play-by-play to get just a good idea of what I just watched. And that was special. I mean, when you put in a second half the way they did, that I never in my life thought that I would see it where a Vanderbilt game, the tickets are what they are for this weekend.
Crazy.
I love it. The fans are definitely sticking out. It's good to see. It's much needed. It's much deserved. The fact that you went from 2 years ago where you're questionable about Clark Lee to early last season, still kind of questionable, to see where they are now, that's amazing. And obviously, having the right guys on the team to fit the correct vibe that you want to put out there, and having a coach that's extremely bought in, I mean, it helps. And the way that Vanderbilt's going, it's looking good. That being said, there is one negative to all this. Some schools are going to be calling Clark Lee after this season.
Stop that.
You know it's going to happen. Now, I'm not saying he's going to leave, but you mean to tell me Clark Lee wouldn't be on a list?
He can be on any short list you want to put him on. Mm-hmm. This is personal for him.
I think so too. I think it is. I agree with you.
His great-grandfather was the team doctor of the Vanderbilt team that beat Sewanee back in the day. And his great-uncle was a team doctor at Sewanee.
That's crazy.
His father was a team doctor at Vanderbilt.
Jeez.
Clark Lee played football at Vanderbilt. This is personal for Clark Lee. This is home for Clark Lee.
Sure.
He's not going anywhere.
I mean, I would hope not. I would hope that he's there until he retires. Because, I mean, what he's doing for that program, it shows, not only does it show his evolution as a coach, but it really just shows that we're finally in the era where you can't just count Vanderbilt as a win on your schedule. A few years ago, when you see Vanderbilt, you're like, all right, there's a win right there. Now it's like, I don't know about that. So I just love the direction the program's going. I really think,
How crazy would it be? And let me put the warning out there. Gambling is fun for entertainment purposes.
yes.
How crazy would it be if I got my payout on the Vegas odds at 4.5 wins before I go into Alabama in Tuscaloosa?
That would be nice.
That would be crazy.
It would be. But I mean, it's very possible. I mean, the way that they're playing, they're not playing like just a mid-tier team. They're playing like a very, very good. They're honestly, the way they've looked so far to me, and especially after what I saw the other day, they look better than they looked last year. You see the growth on that defense, and that's a big thing. Losing CJ Taylor off that defense, I honestly thought that was going to be a monstrous loss for them. And don't get me wrong, it was a big loss. He's a great athlete, and he did so much for that program, but they have not really skipped a beat, which says a lot too about what he brought to the program when he was there, helping build his teammates up and what they've got going. I mean, I think it's great.
So think about this. We got 5 linebackers that started a minimum of 4 games each last year.
Yep. I mean,
and one of them who came to Vanderbilt as a walk-on just got SEC Defensive Player of the Week.
And there you go. I guess no better than that. But yeah, I'm very, very excited to say the least. There were a few games over the weekend that I want to kind of just briefly touch on, and not necessarily break the game down, but kind of just give an idea of what I think happened there. So, did you by chance catch the Texas game?
I did not, but there's a highlight floating around, and
The Arch Manning highlight?
I've actually loaded the video into our videos over here.
I tell you what, go ahead and play it. This will be perfect.
Check out this replay and the way that he's grimacing. Bro, if your shoulder hurts that bad, you should not be throwing the football, okay? Just look at this. Gets it, winds it up, and then immediately... No. Bro, why are you out there? If it hurts that bad, why are you out there? This is how you do permanent damage to your shoulder, by doing shit like this. Somebody needs to be an adult with him and just tell him, bro, you need to sit on the sidelines.
So, did you see what Sarkisian said in the press conference?
Oh, he was a smart ass.
He was. Question, is it possible for you right now to go on YouTube and pull up an Arch Manning highlight reel from last season? And share the screen. And the reason I want to do that is I want to point something out. Because I really think there's something to that clip. Because, I mean, I watched the game, and Texas did not look good. And it wasn't all on Arch. He was not the full reason. Their defense did, good enough to get them through it. But that offense was just moving slow. I think Texas is a good team, but I really think that there is something going on with Arch. And I think that it needs to be addressed. And I'm hoping that they're figuring it out, because you can't have a kid out there that's having shoulder issues like that.
Huh. How quick is that?
Oh, you already got one?
Okay, let me go into share screen. And then I'll largen it.
Heck yeah. All right, let's see. Chris Joseph Boomer, my man. Mandingo Mateer. Woo! What a game. All right, full screen this. Okay. All right, perfect. All right, let's just find, I guess, like any. All right, so here we go. Let's watch how he passes the ball right here. All right, did you see that? That release is a
Effortless.
lot different.
Way different.
Now, don't get me wrong. He still kind of has that sidearm motion to him, but
No,
it just
that was an over the.
it looked
That's
a little
about a 1
sidearm.
o'clock.
Yeah,
That's 1 or 2 o'clock release.
yeah. See
That one
just
that other one was a 3 o'clock release.
yeah. And as a person that has an arm issue yourself, you would know, hey, you probably know when to diagnose that. But no, I thought Texas looked really lackluster over the weekend. I was not impressed by them. The way that they're playing right now, I do not see them as a top 10 team. I don't see them as a playoff team. Now, obviously, they have the talent to be, but they're going to have to get it together because there's something missing there. But there were other teams that also went through that lull. I mean, South Carolina, like we mentioned earlier, but South Carolina State did the same thing. Georgia was also the same way. It was just a very just get through it. LSU was awful in their game, which they played fine.
Stop with the Georgia.
What?
This is a Kirby Smart every year. The week before Tennessee, he goes 100% vanilla. They don't show anything. They look
for
bad.
Sure. 100%
He
is
does
what it was.
every year and lulls Tennessee into believing something that's.
I mean, that's a fair take. I mean, I agree. I think, but what I'm saying is these teams that are just going in with these like lackluster performances. Clemson, another example. I don't think it was necessarily that they were playing bad football. Well, Clemson, on the other hand, they were actually playing very bad football. I was sloppy. But weather delay, all that, I get it. Whatever. But
Hey, Klubnik is not that guy.
He's not. I hate to say that. I hate to agree with you on that. He's really not. But no, LSU in their game, they went in. It was very lackluster. There was no energy on the team. But they went in with a completely different game plan than they did the week before. The week before, they focused on the run. This last week, they focused more on the passing game and different looks. I'm talking, They were doing things I'd never seen them do before. And they were just testing out things. Garrett Nussmeier, I'll be honest with you, he misread the offense multiple times. He had so many guys he left wide open that he didn't throw to that he should have. But it is what it is.
Can I break your heart?
Sure.
Florida's beating you.
No. Not a chance.
Florida is beating you.
I think I don't think LSU not only beats Florida, I think it's going to be absolutely a bloodbath. I think it's going to be disgusting.
Don't forget, LSU and their defense struggle against mobile quarterbacks. And I'm telling you, Florida is going to beat.
But the thing is, this defense is not the same defense. We have so many new faces now. I'm telling you, this is
It's the same play calling it's been for 2 years.
Okay. Would you like to make a friendly wager on this game?
Sure.
I tell you what, how about this? Loser buys the winner a golden broom hat.
I'm down.
All right, deal. I like it. That being said, there were some games, though, where some teams stood out to me. Big time. Like we said earlier, Vanderbilt and Virginia Tech. That Vanderbilt won me over. Big time. There is one game, though, that I want to point out real fast that did nothing for me. Alabama over Louisiana Monroe. Louisiana Monroe got $1.9 million to just get a hammer laid on their head. It was nasty. But the most embarrassing performance of the weekend, and I'm sorry, the coach needs to be fired. Oklahoma State, 69-3. I'm sorry, but no, there's no excuse for that. None whatsoever. don't care what the finances look like at the university. You are a Big 12 team, so you're in a Power 4 conference. You are a team that has never really been like one of the big 5 teams in the country, but you've been a team that's knocked on the door multiple times over the years. You've always been pretty good. The last 2 years, though, it has been bad. Like, look at it,
Mm-hmm.
right here, exactly, 10 straight. I mean, at what point does Oklahoma State say, okay, look, we appreciate everything you put into the program. We appreciate you for carrying us for many years, but this is a new era, and unfortunately, you are not prepared for it because this is not Oklahoma State football, what we're currently watching. This is an embarrassment. I look at it like this. You have Oklahoma State doing that, and then down the road, you got Oklahoma beating Michigan. And
Michigan
Oklahoma
ain't that good anyway.
No, they're not. But Oklahoma
And
is
that's
good.
not to discredit Oklahoma.
Sure.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
Oklahoma beating Michigan is not the same talent gap as Oregon versus Oklahoma State.
No, absolutely. I fully agree with that. I will say this though, watching what Oklahoma's defense did to Michigan put a big smile on my face because Bryce Underwood couldn't get it going. And I am going to root so hard against Bryce Underwood this season. After this season, I hope he has a great career. But I want this season, I want to see that kid get hammered.
We saw it all preseason where the reports were that he was not good in practice and the backup was likely going to win the job. They put him out there because he's a $10 million man. That's the only reason he's playing.
I mean, that's fair. But I mean, I get it. Exactly. So, yeah, I mean, Justice Haynes had that long run to start the second half, and that was pretty much their offense right there. Right. I mean, hey, the one thing I will say, Justice Haynes is legit. He's awesome.
And like I said, I'm not discrediting Oklahoma at all. They played well the first 2 weeks.
Yeah. Now, this question is for Chris Joseph. Please tell me you saw Biggie cook the books, like where he does the he's sitting down as 3 different people, and he's like basically writing the script for the week for football, and he calls Mateer Mandingo Mateer, and he's like Mandingo Mateer. I cried laughing at that. Like it was so funny. But no, John Mateer, he's a good quarterback. I really like his style. I look forward so much to watching when he gets into like the heart of SEC play. I want to see him show out. I think that kid has potential to win the Heisman this year.
So, did you watch the pregame of Vanderbilt and Virginia Tech?
Mm-mm.
I think Brett Pry has broken their fan base.
Why do you say that?
Because for all these years, all we've heard is Virginia Tech at night, Enter Sandman, and such a hard place to play, and the environment.
That's a good point.
I want you to hear this.
So,
I want you to see this, and I'm gonna play it because it needs to be pointed out.
Okay.
I think it's for broke. Well, I didn't get it loaded up yet.
All good. I want to ask Seth Stanley, if you're still watching, my friend, I got to know, how are you feeling about this weekend with South Carolina? Oh, there you go. Justin Fuente broke. That is a fair point, actually.
That's a good point. But I remember all the highlights of Enter Sandman at Virginia Tech, right?
It was special.
Tell me what you hear here and what you see here. Is that just me or is that weak?
It was a little weak. Now, to be fair, I will say that it could be just because of where the person was sitting in the stadium. That could have had an effect. So it sounded like you could hear some crowd effect to it, but it was not what it used to be.
It doesn't sound anything like it used to.
Yeah. That being said, how does that have to make you
And
feel?
our
UC
players were
Vanderbilt
getting
hitting?
hype on it.
I was about to say, and it clearly worked. Like that was, yeah,
That's not what we're accustomed to hearing out of Virginia Tech at night.
not at all. That's,
Water cooler even agrees. He says
I mean,
that's worse
oof,
than weak.
oof. Yeah, I don't know how to, I don't know how to even address that one. That's just strange. Do the hokey pokey and you get the belt to ass. That's what it's all about. I love that. That's fantastic. But yeah, I don't even know what to say to it. That being said, let's what do you think? Should we do some sponsor shout outs first and then get into some games this weekend?
Sure.
Okay. Let me see what we got over here. I know we got a few. Oh, I see you got the ladies interview about the AP poll voting,
Oh,
which I went and
yes.
looked at her rankings. Good God.
How do you
It was-
move Florida up 2 spots after they got beat in their own house by USF?
How do you have Baylor ranked but not Auburn? And that's not a knock or anything. I mean, which I respect Baylor being in the top 25, but
Michigan ranked and not Vandy. What?
yeah.
I
Which, I mean, yeah.
even if you don't put Vandy in there, you got 2-0 Missouri that's looked really good the first 2 weeks. But
Whoa! Screen grabbing that
but
one.
but consider their opponents.
KU's not bad. I mean, they're not.
KU should have won the game.
No.
KU should have won the game.
Mizzou gifted KU so much in that game. The Mizzou offense, though, by the way, they are legit. I really like what I see out of them.
They haven't played a defense yet.
Well, that's about to change. They got some big games coming up. I mean, this weekend they'll get by, no problem. Because UL, they don't have a quarterback now, so they're kind of screwed, to say the least. So it's all good. Let's see here. All right. Actually, I'll do a voiceover shout out because why not? Chinook Seedery, our friends, they're fantastic. Best seeds ever. Use promo code Golden Broom for 10% off your purchase. You can get them at any Love's truck stop, or you can go on their website and get a sample pack and see which one's your favorite. So give them a shout out, Chinook Seedery.
Mm-hmm.
I can't find the video for the other one, so I'm kind of.
Because you have to turn the sound off.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Oh, I'll let you do your read over for them then. That sounds better anyway.
Hold on. Let me get it.
All right, do that. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
My people.
What you're looking at here is Sextro Rye. If you order this product outside of the state of Iowa, this is what you get, the Sextro Rye. Within the state of Iowa, it's called Iowa Legendary Rye. No artificial flavors. This stuff is the cream of the crop. It's the best of the best. This is what Al Capone used to drink when he called it the good stuff. Get you some. Use the promo code BROOM. Get 10% off of your purchase. And get you some of the best whiskey you're ever going to put in your mouth. It doesn't burn going down. It leaves a tingle on the tongue. The way real whiskey's supposed to be. The way real whiskey's supposed to do. Go get you some Iowa Legendary Rye / Sextro Rye. Have fun. Liven up your tailgate. And have a good time.
Kind of give me goosebumps there, man. I like that. By the way, we have the comment of the night. Let me tell you something. If that happens, do you know how awesome that would be? In all seriousness, that would just be cool. Like, I would be all for that.
We owe LSU. We had things going in the right direction in about 1992. We had things going in the right direction, and they came in and bought our coach. Payback time.
Wait, and which coach was that?
Jerry DiNardo.
Oh, you're welcome.
He took you to your first bowl game in 4 years.
He was one of the worst coaches we ever had.
He took you to your first bowl game in 4 years.
He sure did, but he was a terrible coach. I was so happy when he left. So happy. I was not a DiNardo guy.
Hold up. What the hell?
Sounded like a storm alarm was going off.
Nope. Amber alert. Hancock County, Tennessee.
All right.
I'm pretty sure Seth just got that warning too.
Probably so. Yep. Missing person report.
The fight song for Warren County. I know a thing or two about Warren County.
Yeah. I feel like you have a show that people could watch to learn more about them.
So somebody a couple weeks ago disrespected their field. And the coach went off about it and told the team about it before the game, and they ended up kicking the team's tail.
I love it.
But that's where C.J. Taylor's from. He played football in Warren County.
Sure did.
I might have some relatives that live in Warren County.
Okay.
That's where my daughter's at.
Ah.
Mr. McMahon.
I'm about to say the future king of Warren County.
Yes.
Is he playing fall ball right now?
No, he's not.
Okay. Is he doing football?
He's playing football.
Okay.
And about a month ago, they had tryouts for the elementary basketball team. And to be on the basketball team, you have to be in 4th, 5th, or 6th grade.
Okay.
And guess who made the basketball team?
I'm about to say he better make the basketball team. It's in his genetics. That's awesome. Well, good on him. When do they start playing games?
I'm not sure when their first game is, but they're already practicing.
Awesome. Well, that's good. How's football going?
They've played one game so far.
Okay.
And they won their scrimmage at their jamboree.
Okay.
But then they played one game, and coach played daddy ball, and it wasn't good.
Gotcha. What position's he playing this year?
Same as he did last year.
Okay.
Corner. He runs a little bit on offense, a little bit, but not much. But he's, kind of like a scat back on offense.
Okay. Well, good stuff. Well, I look forward to hearing more reports about him as the season goes on then. That's awesome. All right. Well, let's get into some of these games for this weekend. Clemson travels down to Atlanta to take on Georgia Tech. Clemson's had a bad struggle to start the season. They lose the opener at home to LSU. Then the following week they host Troy, and
Should have lost.
they should have, but then they got a weather delay to save them. They get through the first half, and then they get halftime, and then they turned it around and they made their comeback. I mean, to be fair, there was an interception in that game that was a butt interception. So the Clemson defender, he went to go defend the pass, and when they went to the ground, the ball bounced off his butt, and his teammate caught it. And then they got a touchdown after that. But Georgia Tech, though, Haynes King was out last weekend when they played Gardner Webb. Their backup quarterback came in. He's got experience. He played quite a bit last year, but he slings the ball quite well. It's a different look. So, as everybody knows, Georgia Tech is a run-first team. They do pass the ball, but they are a run-first team. But with this quarterback, it's different. They're more balanced. It's 50-50. And either way, I think either quarterback gives them a good look. So whether Haynes King is good to go this weekend or not, I think they're still in it, and it's not going to be a big issue. Because he has like an undisclosed lower body injury. It's just something that's just a nagging injury. It's not anything that's season affecting, really. I think he was held out just for precaution last week because he did dress, he did warm up with the team and all that. So I think he's going to be good to go. That being said, it's hard to pick against Georgia Tech because we know the potential is there for them this year. I mean, do you think Clemson turns it around to start ACC play, or do you think they're really in a little bit of a bubble right now?
Georgia Tech's winning that game.
I mean, I'm with you.
Cade Klubnik is not him. They're not very good.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I don't either. Well, okay, so last weekend, I will say this: they had a lot of starters out, and that's not an excuse for Clemson because there is no excuse in that game. They should not have played the way they did because your bench guys should be able to come in and fill the gap. That's their job. But they were just not themselves. I am not sure on the injury status for those guys this week. I feel like they'll be coming back because it didn't seem like any of them were season ending.
Yeah.
But if Clemson doesn't get it together, they're in a tough spot. I'll be honest with you. I feel like any team that has a loss right now, they're on the verge of elimination from the playoff. I think it's safe to say that. I mean, if Clemson, losing to LSU, if LSU keeps winning, that's not a bad loss to have. Losing to Georgia Tech 2 weeks later, that does not help them at all. Now, I think Georgia Tech is a good team that deserves to be top 25 eventually, so that's not – I think they are one of the 25 best in the country. So I don't think losing to them is a bad loss, but I don't think that Clemson can afford that loss considering they still have to play Florida State this year and Miami. So, I mean, there's still teams on that schedule that there's a good chance they're going to lose at least one of those games. Clemson can't be giving up any more losses at this point. So I feel like they know that, and I feel like they're going to use that this week and get into it. But, man, it's hard to pick against Georgia Tech in this game.
Mm-hmm.
So we're both in agreement. Georgia Tech takes this game. I think it will be a close game, but I think it will be a very good, decisive victory for Georgia Tech. The one game that, honest to God truth, I have no idea how to predict it at all. Wisconsin going down to Alabama. It's a weird game. We don't really know anything about Alabama yet. We know because honestly, one thing that I was talking to a friend of mine about is that, okay, we saw how Alabama played against Florida State. So here's the question, though. Is Florida State actually that good? Or is Alabama actually that bad? Because if Florida State's one of the best teams in the country, then I have less issues thinking about the future for Alabama this year. But if Florida State's just a typical 8-4, 9-3 team, then something's going on. I think Florida State's a great team. I'm not going to say that they're not, but
They look pretty
obviously
good.
they did. And this past weekend they had 10 straight drives for a touchdown in their game, which I mean obviously when you're playing a FCS team, those results are expected. Alabama did the same thing. And so like I get it. But I really think that
Is there any update on the Alabama punter? Is he alive? Is he unalived? What's his status?
I think he's good. I think he finally woke up, so he should be fine. Man, he got his head ripped off.
He had his soul taken out of his body.
He
That
did.
reminded me of another kicker that tackled somebody.
Oh, who was that?
Carrie Spear,
Yes.
affectionately known as Murder Leg, when he went through Cordell Patterson's body.
I remember that. All right, let me pull something up real quick.
Then you had the Penn State kicker that was a
Yeah,
headhunter.
he sure was. He loved it. All right. So, looking at Wisconsin, there's the problem with judging this game is the fact that I don't know enough about Wisconsin to really gauge how good or bad they could be.
They're better than they have been.
Yes.
They're
Yeah,
still
for
not.
sure.
They're still not what they used to be.
Correct.
I
They
think
just beat Middle
Alabama.
Tennessee.
I think Alabama. Well, that's not saying much because
Exactly.
Austin P beat them.
Yeah.
I think Alabama wins the game, but I think it's closer than people expect it to be.
I think that's a fair assessment. I mean, I can see it being like a one possession game for sure. I mean, yeah, because I mean with Wisconsin, I mean, and by the way, let me just say, Wisconsin's schedule it's tough. At Alabama, at Michigan, Iowa at home, Ohio State at home, at Oregon.
Stop.
Hold on, I'm just saying, I'm just naming the teams they're playing.
Michigan's not good. Iowa's not good.
I never said they were. I just
You
said
said
that
it
their
was
schedule's not friendly.
tough
It's just
schedule.
it is. I'm not done. Then they have to go on the road to Indiana. They have Illinois at home and they close out at Minnesota. That's just not an easy stretch for a team. I can't say that Wisconsin will beat Michigan.
Can't say Michigan will beat them either.
Very true. Very true. But I mean, realistically, Wisconsin could have 1, 2, 3.
6 and
They
6.
have that. Yeah, realistically, 6-6 might be their ceiling. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah,
They're,
I'm in agreement though. I think Alabama wins it. I mean, it being at home,
Wisconsin's beating Iowa's bad.
Iowa was very bad. I'll be honest with you. I feel like the other day Iowa was like the referees were just like feeling bad for him and just wanted to help him
Keeping them
out.
in the game.
Yeah, that was a little weird, but
How do you
yeah,
DDT somebody and the person that gets DDT gets called for the penalty?
exactly. I'm with you on that. I don't get it. But yeah, Alabama, I'll take them in this game. The game I'm excited about, and I don't know why. I think I'm excited. I'm excited because I get a taste of what Tennessee actually is. We will learn everything we need to know about Tennessee this weekend, whether that's good or bad.
It's going to be your typical Georgia-Tennessee game. It's going to be boring. Georgia to win by multiple scores.
But what if they don't?
Talent matters.
I don't know. I
In
fully
games
agree.
like this, talent matters.
That being said, one thing will be answered for me this weekend officially, and that is, did Tennessee get the better end of the deal in the quarterback trade?
Oh, no doubt about it.
Yeah, UCLA is like really like hot garbage. Like, it's kind of embarrassing at this point.
Oh, by the way, we talked a little bit about South Carolina and Vanderbilt.
Mm-hmm.
I need to clear up some misinformation that's out there.
By the way, that graphic is coming up in here shortly.
Okay, I'll wait until you bring that one up.
Okay, I was gonna say I have one for them as well.
Because I have to clarify some misinformation that's been shared by you and others.
Oh, I like this already. But okay, so you say Georgia destroys Tennessee. I think it's
I
going to
didn't
be
say destroy. I say they win by multiple scores.
that's destroying. If you win by more than 10, you're probably destroying that team, unless it's like an end of the game kind of thing. But water cooler. You're calling Tennessee over Georgia.
I hear this crap every year from everybody. This is the year Tennessee gets Georgia.
If Tennessee wins this game, it will be because of their running game just happens to just set it off, and their defense just steps it up. Okay, so that's a good point. Georgia's offensive line is kind of one of my big question marks as well.
They're not showing it. They do
But
this
it could be
every
the case. That could be the case. But what if there's not a show?
Year.
But what if it's not a show? What if they're actually playing their best when they're playing bad?
They do this every year. They don't show anything the first 2 weeks. They get Tennessee in week 3, and all of a sudden they're the best team in college football. They do it every year. They lull you to sleep, give Tennessee a false sense of security, and then when they get on the field and talent matters, it's not even close.
That's fair. I mean, I'm thinking Tennessee is going to perform better than you think, but I do think that Georgia is going to win. I think it's going to be a good game, though. This is my favorite game of the weekend. 100% my favorite game. I mean, look, Miami's playing some good football. They look really good against Notre Dame. I can't even knock them. I mean, that was a fantastic game. Okay.
They played one great game.
Yeah.
Okay.
That being said,
these teams that have played one great game and everybody's showering them with flowers, and
there's a lot of hope for Miami this year.
There's a lot of hope for LSU. There's a lot of hope for Miami. LSU's losing this week to Florida.
They're not. LSU is going to hammer Florida. It is going to be ugly.
South Florida's going to the playoffs.
I'm riding that train with you. I like that call. I actually think South Florida and Miami is going to be a very good game. I think it's going to look similar to last weekend, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Miami and Florida are very similar teams.
And I'm just telling you, if I had to hand out a Heisman today, it's going to South Florida's quarterback.
That's fair. Byron Brown is fantastic. When he go ahead.
And I'm putting birdies in people's ears. It's time for Vanderbilt to start doing what everybody else is doing and start tampering with people. I want Byron Brown in a Vanderbilt uniform next year. Go make it happen, somebody.
Does he have eligibility left? I think
he's got one more year.
Does he? Oh my gosh, that would be crazy.
I think I read somewhere he's got one more year.
That would be crazy. I mean, I think it would benefit his career to go somewhere else if he has that option. I thought he was out of eligibility. But no, I think South Florida and Miami, I think it's going to be one of those hard-fought games. Can lightning strike twice for South Florida is the question, though. Because the big question is, how good is Florida? Is Florida actually a good team? Or are they just a middle-of-the-pack team?
So here you go. In 2022, he played 2 games.
Okay, so that's a redshirt year.
Well, he played 4 games.
Still redshirt.
Redshirt year. He's played 3 seasons since then. This is his 3rd year.
So redshirt junior.
Okay. He does have eligibility left.
Good to know. He might be the top quarterback in the portal if it happens. That would
But
be a
I
great fit.
but I also think Alex Golesh is going to be a hot commodity in coaching searches this year.
Absolutely. I said Clark Lee earlier would be on some list. Golish has to be the top of many lists.
I
I'm
don't
not sure
I
what
don't think
jobs would be available though.
I don't think teams are going to waste their time on Clark Lee because they know he's not going anywhere.
So let me ask you this question: if Oklahoma
Iowa's going to be
State,
open.
okay, I was gonna say Iowa would probably be one, but what about Oklahoma State? Do you think they will get rid of Gundy?
I mean, if they do, you're not going to get a Golesh because you ain't got T.
I'm about to
Boone
say,
Pickens money anymore.
yeah, because I mean that's the thing. I'm wondering what the financial situation looks like at OK State because
You ain't got T. Boone Pickens.
yeah, interesting. But yeah, I think this game though, I think it's going to be close. But for some reason, I just don't think lightning strikes twice for USF. I think that Miami takes this one. I don't think it's a big win, or I don't think like a blowout or anything like that. I think it's a close game. I think at the most, I think Miami might win by 10. If they even score 10 points in this game, the way USF's defense is, you don't know what you're going to get out of for your offense when you go against them. I mean, they're good.
Even if USF loses this game, they're in perfect standing. They'll go into the Navy game with one loss. Navy will go into that game with one loss to Notre Dame. And they'll be playing each other, and the winner's going to have a leg up on who gets a G5 playoff spot.
I mean, yeah, I would be very shocked if USF wasn't in the playoff at this point. The way they played, they look. I mean, they look the part. They really do. I hope that they get in because I feel like they have a very good team.
Yep.
But we shall see. Speaking of Notre Dame, Texas A&M at Notre Dame. I think Notre Dame beats the snot out of Texas A&M.
Like they did last year?
Last year was just a defensive war. 10-point win, defensive war. But
you know who didn't play in that game?
Who?
Marcel Reed. Remember that name. He's the difference maker. Notre Dame falls to 0-2.
Hold on. Hey, do me a favor real quick. Go look up A&M's schedule so far this year. Look at the stats from the UTSA game. Considering Jeremiah Love is arguably the best running back in the country. Arguably. I'm not going to say he is. I'm not going to say he's not. Look what UTSA did to Texas A&M.
UTSA is a good football team. I don't know why people can't figure that out.
Notre Dame's a better team than UTSA, though.
Are they?
Yes.
Based on what?
Based on the fact that they
have
a very good team. Well, they return a lot of guys from last year. Yes, they have a new quarterback who, by the way, CJ Carr, he's not bad. So, I think Notre Dame's going to handily beat A&M. I don't even think it's going to be close. Like, I'm thinking like 35-21 kind of a game. Because one thing about Marcel Reed is that he looked good when he came in mop-up duty and saved A&M against LSU because LSU couldn't stop a running quarterback. After that, he looked fine. I mean, I think it's going to be
I'm telling you, Marcel Reed is the difference maker. Notre Dame falls to 0-2. Marcel Reed becomes a household name this weekend.
We shall see. I'm excited. I'm excited to see it. And I'm happy that we're picking different teams in this one. Your game. The game. So go ahead and share the misinformation.
So, I need to correct this because it's not true. People keep saying Nick Harbour is the fastest man in college football. That is a lie. It's a bold-faced lie. He is not the fastest man in college football. The fastest man in college football runs a 4.340 and a 10.3 100. The fastest man in the world runs a 10.1 100. Trey Richardson is the fastest man in college football. It's not Nick Harbor.
LSU has a wide receiver that runs a 10-2. Just saying.
So stop it.
That's fair, though. Nick, hey, one thing I can say about Nick Harbor, he's the most invisible player on the football field because they don't know how to get the ball to him properly.
They got it to him against Virginia Tech.
Yeah, a little bit. They didn't get it to him against South Carolina State. They didn't get it to anybody. It was embarrassing. Everything I've seen out of South Carolina so far this year has been absolutely embarrassing. There is no positive to that team that I can name right now, except their special teams because they had 2 kick returns for a touchdown the other day. Outside of that, I'm not seeing it. I'm not feeling it. Like, something is going on, and I don't know what it is because it makes no sense. This team returned a lot of players. They have arguably the best defender in college football. Lenore Sellers is looked at by many as one of the top quarterbacks in football. I've never really believed that, but I think he's good. But this team should not be playing the way that they're playing so far. I'm hoping that it's simply just they're holding back a little bit and saving something. But if I'm basing what I've seen the first 2 weeks for each of these 2 teams, Vanderbilt should beat this South Carolina. The South Carolina team that played the first 2 weeks, that Vanderbilt team should beat them by no less than 24 points. And I understand playing at South Carolina is not easy, especially at night. It's like a weird magic there. We saw that with Tennessee a few years ago when Spencer Rattler just went absolutely nuts in that game. I don't think it happened. I don't think magic happens this night. I really think Diego Pavia literally, not only does he go in there and pee on their field, I think he's going to take a big, hearty dump on that 50-yard line. It's going to be nasty. Like, just from what I've seen, I just do not see a way that Vanderbilt loses this game. Like, I think this will be a game that when it's done, Diego Pavia is going to go viral for something.
Give me all of them flowers. Just rain.
I'm telling you, it's coming. Like, I really think this will be like, last year after Alabama game, we saw Pavia go viral, obviously, and that made him some money, and I was very happy to see that for him. I think this is going to be a night. Whoever is recording stuff better have their finger on the bleep button because I think Pavia is going to be dropping bombs in all different ways. I think this is just going to be – it's going to start as a business trip, and then you're going to see a warrant out for that man's arrest for assault. It's just going to be ugly.
I mean, they already arrested his brother for assault on a police officer.
No way.
Yes.
When?
Week 1, Raul got arrested for assault on a police officer. After the game, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And his other brother, Javi, got arrested for public intox.
I get that one.
They were both in jail. Oh, he ran from the cop too.
I mean, I'm not surprised at that one. But my gosh.
So, I agree with everything you're saying. Vanderbilt has been the better team this year.
Mm-hmm.
But I've seen this too many times where Vanderbilt's had the better team.
And they play to their opponent's level and discipline.
And what, for some reason, weird shit happens in this series. We had the better team 2 years ago. And guess what? We take the lead with less than 2 minutes left in the game, and they march right down the field in 6 plays and score a walk-off touchdown.
Yeah.
We've seen it too many times. I cannot predict a Vanderbilt win in this game. I just can't.
That's fair, though. I think that's
16
extremely fair
straight,
point.
even when we had the better team, they still beat us.
You're right. And I think your assessment on that is very fair. And I don't have any argument to it because I mean, why would you pick them to win? I mean, history shows they're not going to win, so I get that. While I do think they're going to blow them out, and I think that you will 100% welcome not picking them for them to win. I 100% understand and respect the mindset. I really think that I think we're going to see a different side of Vanderbilt this season now. Like I originally thought Vanderbilt was 7-5, 8-4 ceiling. I'm now like, it might be higher than that. Just from, I mean, I know we've only gotten a sample of what they're going to put on the field, but what they have done so far, I mean, that Virginia Tech game it's just won me over. That was fantastic, and maybe Virginia Tech's not that great of a team this year.
They gave South Carolina all they could handle.
They did. The weird thing to me, though, still is the fact that according to people that are paid to cover this sport, South Carolina was supposed to have one of the best offenses in the SEC this year. And yet Vanderbilt went out there and it looked like a scrimmage. It was just that bad. But yeah, I think the fact that Vanderbilt coming off of a win at Virginia Tech, I think that helps them too because they got to experience like a big full crowd like that that's going to be a little bit rowdy, which is it's not going to compare to what they will see at South Carolina. South Carolina's fans are wild and crazy, and I love and respect it. But man, I mean, hey, it's fair. It's fair.
I know who that is, by the way.
Okay.
So do you.
Who is it?
It's a troll account.
But who is it?
Huh?
Who is it? Put it in the chat. So now I'm just intrigued now. Oh. Gotcha. Nah, I don't know. I'm just not sold. I mean, I said this preseason, South Carolina's got to learn a way to get the ball in Nick Harbor's hands more. He is their X factor on offense. He is the guy that should carry them. That being said, who'd have thought that losing Rocket Sanders after last year would have this much of a burden on them?
Although, the last time Vanderbilt did beat South Carolina, they were a ranked team playing at home.
That's a very interesting point to bring up. So let me ask you this. Hypothetically, let's say that Vanderbilt does like I predicted and they win big. Okay, let's say they win by minimum at least 13 points. Where do you put these two teams in the top 25 if you were an AP voter? Because I think South Carolina is around like between like 9 and 13 range in most polls.
Are we going to have an AP voter that actually watches the game or studies what happens? Or are we just going to have the same shit that we've had this year where people are just checking boxes?
Let's pretend it's Reese Davis.
Reese Davis will still have South Carolina ahead of Vanderbilt. He'll put Vanderbilt somewhere around 18 or 19, and South Carolina will be ahead of them.
I think 18 or 19 would be a good spot for Vanderbilt if they win this game.
Because that's what here's the thing. The disrespect is real. Nobody believes in Vanderbilt.
Sure.
But that's exactly what's going to happen.
But see, here's the thing, though. When you saw Alabama...
They're going to say, well, South Carolina's struggling a little bit early in the season. They're still the better team than Vanderbilt, despite the Vandy win. That's exactly what they're going to say.
Yeah. But the one thing to consider too with the polls, like this year has given me I've seen the biggest shift in rankings than I've ever seen before.
Because everybody's
Alabama,
just checking boxes.
that's fair. But I mean, think about it. Alabama started out preseason top 10. They moved to 21 after their loss. So if Vanderbilt handily beat South Carolina, who's to say that South Carolina would even be ranked? Because I'll be honest with you, if South Carolina,
they'll be ranked in the poll.
yeah,
But guess who the number one rated quarterback in college football is according to Pro Football Focus?
who?
Diego Pavia coming in with a grade of 91.9.
Wow, which amount that makes sense. It really does. I will say this though: if Vanderbilt handily beat South Carolina, I would not put them top 25. Because if South Carolina plays like they have the first 2 weeks of the season, they don't deserve to be top.
The problem is the AP voters don't look at that. Hell, we had one AP voter that moved Florida up 2 spots after they got their ass kicked at home.
Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and share the video of that so people can see what we're talking about? Because that was weird to say the least.
But as far as what my votes are and what my process is, I wake up early in the morning after covering a game late in the night before. Don't want to go too much into my progress or process or logic, but I will say I appreciate everybody's interaction on social media and all of your feedback. There's tons of people that vote on the AP poll, and it's not a perfect system, but at the end of the day, no matter who you pick, it does even out because there's so many people who vote. And like I said, it's really fun for discussion. It doesn't, probably matter in the end, but I'm glad that people are having a really good time with it.
That person should not have a vote.
No.
At all. I'm sorry, but if you get to vote on a prestigious poll, I mean, let's be real. Take it serious. Do some research on the team. See what they did. Because that's crap. Absolute crap. But it is what it is, I guess. Still, though, oof. Man.
Wild.
All right, so
By the way, did you see the baseball news that came down 2 weeks ago?
what news?
Kevin Sullivan is suspended for a couple of games starting the year.
Mm-hmm. So someone put on X about that, and they said they wonder if he'll be in the booth calling the game. I would love it.
Yeah.
That's a fair argument, actually.
You lost at home to an unranked team.
Yeah, but see that is where voting is flawed, actually, though. If you think about it, okay. So if you're gonna put a team top 15-ish after a win like that,
But they didn't put them in the top 15.
Where they get it put? I don't know where they got put.
They're 23rd, 24th.
Okay. But either way, okay, but hold on. So either way, if you think the team is a top 25 team after that game, why punish the losing team that much when it was a
because if they're moving from out of the poll into the bottom part of the poll, like 23rd, 22nd, whatever,
you're swapping out at that point.
The other team has to go behind you.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Where else are you going to put them?
Well, I mean, you just put them right behind them. If one's 23, put the other at 24. I mean, it was literally a last-second field goal. It's not like USF was won it by multiple scores. Not to take anything away from USF because it was a fantastic win.
But to be fair, Florida absolutely deserved to drop out of the rankings.
Sure, absolutely.
They have discipline. They have discipline problems. Billy Napier has no control over that team.
At this point, Is Napier out, you think, if they keep on this trend?
They're not going to keep on this train because they're beating LSU this week.
They're not going to beat LSU. Okay, so then, let's say they do beat LSU. Where do you put Florida in the rankings at that point? You beat the
Ahead
number
of
3 team in the
LSU.
country. If you beat the number 3 team in the country, so then in that
They
case,
go ahead of LSU and behind South Florida. Simple. It's
so
not hard to figure out.
No, I'm saying, but where would you put Florida in the rankings with that win?
You drop LSU back to where they were when the season started.
Well, in that case, they'd be 9.
You drop them back.
Well, I mean, obviously LSU would drop if they lose, but I'm just saying, like, where do you think would be a fair spot to put Florida?
If you lose to an unranked team, you're probably dropping out of the top 15.
That's fair. I'm not arguing that. I'm saying, like, so what I'm saying is, okay, so let's say Florida goes and beats LSU. Let's say LSU drops to like 18 or 19 in the poll. Do you put
Florida right in front of them?
So it'd be like South Florida would be like 15 and Florida would be like 17 and LSU 18 kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I think that's fair. I'm not going to argue it. I mean, I think early in the season, the shifts in the polls are fine. It is what it is at that point. And honestly,
Head-to-head
I mean,
has to matter.
I think it should. I really do.
But we've gotten in this age where head-to-head doesn't matter anymore because I can beat you by 2 touchdowns head-to-head and have the same record as you.
Yep.
But then when it comes to getting in the playoffs, you're going to cry, oh, I played a harder schedule than you played. Guess what? You got your ass kicked by me. I go before you. Your schedule shouldn't matter.
It's true. 100% agree. I don't care if, like, I don't even care if the situation of, let's say that you play head-to-head with someone, the other team wins, but yet you lose to teams, or they lose to teams that you beat and vice versa. The head-to-head has to matter regardless, especially if you have the same record.
Matter.
Yeah, I agree there. I won't even argue it. That being said, what do you think your cutoff on losses are this year making the playoff? Do you think 3 can get you in, or do you think it's going to be 2?
Somebody's going to get in with 3.
Okay. Now, do you think it will be
16,
do you think it'll be a power 4?
Teams. Oh yeah. There's going to be at least one power 4 team with 3 losses. Maybe even 2 or 3. If Texas loses 3 games, they're still getting in the playoffs because they're fucking Texas. And they play in the SEC. That's exactly what's going to happen.
I think one disadvantage to look at too, though, I think it also depends on when you lose the game. So let's say that, for example, like teams that lost their week 1 game, should they bounce back and drop maybe 1 or 2 between now and the end of the season and not make it like a clump? I think that would look better than losing 3 games at the end of the year. Because if you lose your final 3 games of the season, like let's say you start out 9-0, but then you lose 10, 11, and 12.
So here's what's going to happen.
Hard to put them in.
Texas loses game 1. Then they lose to Georgia. Then they lose to Oklahoma. They're still getting in the playoffs as a 3-loss team.
Yeah, because I mean, losing those
100%.
Yeah, I hate. Oh,
we have to factor in the strength of schedule and the teams they lost to.
I think strength of record makes more sense than strength of schedule.
Strength of record strength of nothing matters.
No, I'm saying like I think that there needs to be a formulated system to fully examine all aspects of rankings.
Okay. But if you're going to say strength of record or strength of schedule, either or, they're the same damn thing. Here's the thing. If you're going to say that matters, put Vanderbilt in the damn playoffs every year because every single year they play the hardest schedule in the country.
They do.
Every single year. Every single year. So strength of schedule matters. Why don't we get that benefit of doubt?
That's fair. So, okay, so you brought up Texas, for example. Let's say, I'm going to pull a quick hypothetical before we end the show, because I think this will be just a fun one to do. All right, so I gotta learn how to click stuff. There we go. All right, so obviously Texas already has their one loss.
Mhm.
Looking at their schedule, okay, let's say that Texas were to beat Oklahoma this year. Say they were to beat Georgia this year. But let's say they end up losing at Florida, Vanderbilt, and Texas A&M. Or
That's
no,
4 loss.
okay, so no, retract the Texas A&M. Let's say they lose to Florida and Vanderbilt. With those 3 losses, do they get in?
100%. They're getting in as a 3-loss team because of who they are. They played a hard schedule. It's exactly what people are going to say. They played the hard schedule in the SEC. Vanderbilt's good.
Man, I'll tell you one thing, though. Florida's got a terrible schedule. My God. So they had USF last weekend,
Mm-hmm.
on the road at LSU this weekend, on the road at Miami the next, Texas at home, at A&M, then Mississippi State, Georgia, and then they get a break and go to Kentucky finally in November. That sucks. But they do get a bye week between Miami and Texas, so that does help a little bit. But that stretch is terrible.
Vanderbilt plays 7 of the current top 25 teams.
Florida plays 8. Because after Kentucky, they have at Ole Miss, Tennessee, and then Florida State. That, my God. Okay, I had my joke, or I said 2-10 last year. I wasn't joking actually. I firmly believed 2-10 last year. There is a chance they could go 5-7 this year, but they're actually a decent team. That's that is crazy. I would hate to have that schedule. If there was ever a schedule made to get a coach fired, that is the schedule. If Napier survives after this season, that means that he put on the greatest coaching performance ever. Which, by the way, they could use USF as that example to put a fire under the team. So, oh, God. What?
Hold on. We might be getting a guest here in just a second.
Well, I got to hop off here in a second. Who's coming?
It'll only be for a minute.
How long is a minute?
Huh?
How long is a minute? Because I've got about like not even 5 minutes left.
Yeah, if he comes in, it'll be for just a minute.
Who?
But you have to put the graphic back up.
What graphics? South Carolina Vandy?
Yeah, if he comes in.
Okay. Actually, if that's the case and y'all are going to debate that game or talk it, I'll let y'all close the show out. That's cool.
So there was a report earlier today from somebody that the StreamYard looked funny.
Mm-hmm.
The screen looks small. And he just wants to come in and check it out, make sure it doesn't look small. I don't even know if he's seen the message. Yeah, he hadn't even.
How does the screen look small?
Somebody said it did. It doesn't. To me, it doesn't. It looks fine.
It looks exactly the same as it always does.
Right. Somebody earlier today said it looked bad. In another show.
What show?
Dean's Iowa show. He said the StreamYard screen looked small.
Oh.
What he was seeing, I don't know.
I don't see that, but okay.
That's what I just said. It looks fine to me.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen what our stream like actually looks like on Facebook though, just to see if it actually looks normal. Oh, I'm looking at it right here. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He hadn't seen the message yet, so he asked if he could come in and look at it. We'll see if he comes in. I need my hat, huh?
Oh, he did read the message?
He hadn't even read the message yet. He asked if he could come in. I told him, yeah, come on in. He hadn't seen it. If he does come in, we'll put him on the spot and say, hey,
By the way,
give us your winner.
do this.
Which, by the way, I got to see somebody play Friday night.
Who?
Had a 21-14 lead at halftime and came out and threw 3 touchdown passes to 3 different wide receivers in the third quarter.
You talking about Mr. Simpson?
Yes.
Nice. So what do you think about when you see him play in person?
He has a lot of help.
Yeah, oh, sure.
He throws a beautiful ball. He's got a D1 wide receiver that he's throwing to too that is really, really good.
I got you.
Asa Barnes.
Because he's what, a freshman this year or sophomore?
Sophomore.
Okay. Man, he's got so much time to learn and grow. That's crazy. Which, hey, shout out to his brother, though, having a perfect passing game against ULM. I think he went, what, 19 of 19 or 17 of 17?
Mm-hmm. He needed that.
Absolutely. But I like Ty Simpson. I think he's a great quarterback. So,
Tell you what, there's a little running back in this area that
Titan of the week.
he's pretty damn good.
I'm about to say he's already earned 2 graphics for your show. That's saying something this early in the season. So.
Spot the Ball podcast.
That's right. Yeah, you hit me. You hit me like the perfect time last night. By the way, like I didn't see your message for a few minutes, but I just stopped doing what I was doing. I had like literally like a 5-minute gap. I was like, oh.
Which I have a song. I've downloaded it to my computer.
Okay.
But I need a video to it.
Okay. Yeah, send me the song. I'll make it happen. I'm about to be on the road for 14 hours on Thursday, so I'll have a little bit of time.
Well, apparently he's not coming in. He hadn't even looked at the message yet, so we can go ahead and end it.
All right,
No,
sounds
I'm not
good.
singing. I'm not singing the song. You'll have to watch the Spot the Ball podcast to hear it.
Well, sounds
Sunday
good.
nights at 7:00.
Central or Eastern?
Central.
Got to make that clear because people will miss it.
Covering high school sports in Tennessee.
I am disappointed at one thing tonight, by the way, before I end this show, that Terry did not pop in. I even tagged him because what the hell is going on with UCLA is what I want to ask him. But I'm only going to let him address it because I got to hear it. So, that being said, thank you guys for watching tonight. We much appreciate the chat. It was very, very awesome tonight. Fun show. We will see you next week. Can't wait to go over these games that we are going to watch this weekend because some cool things might happen, especially when LSU destroys Florida and Notre Dame destroys Texas A&M. So,
Okay.
But no, in all seriousness, thank you guys for watching.
Thanks, James. Appreciate you jumping in here, bud.
Thanks, James. We always appreciate you, my friend. Y'all have a great night. We'll see you next week. Be sure to watch Spot the Ball podcast Sunday night at 7 Central. live wherever you find the golden broom. All right. Have a good one, people.
On the diamond